lost 2 games because I was mega hungover and exhausted. So the only 2 games we lost. So it felt pretty good in the groups. Um, the only thing I really wanted this season was to do better than last season, which I succeeded with. And I mean, my team is a huge part of that. So I'm really proud of what we accomplished, even though I was quite sad and disappointed with my own performance versus Burge. But I think we still did quite well.
Oh, you think you were disappointed? Well,
I
how
mean,
come?
wasn't Saturday filled with like 6K players? I was like checking it out. There was like a lot of 6K players for each team, even.
There was one 6K player, but I made them disband their team.
Alright.
It's bad.
So what did you do?
Oh, that was the 2 games we lost because I was super hungover.
And then
So
they
basically-
disbanded.
First game, like they were super hyped about the matchup. So first game, we GG after 7 minutes, I think, and the second game we GG'd after creep spawned, and then they disbanded their team.
What?
Yeah.
Nice.
So that was pretty funny.
Yeah, okay,
Yes,
I've got a question from the audience. Mitko is asking why you took Tabby as a stand-in.
I couldn't get any of the low 4K offlaners that I wanted. Like Ryoka didn't respond because he was apparently sleeping, and Sparta canceled. He canceled like 1 hour before the game. He had said like a few days earlier that he'd be able to. So then I was like, okay, team, we can't get any of the stand-ins that we want. Like I asked like 5 other people. I asked Whale, I asked Rue, I asked SPX. Like I asked a lot of people, and I didn't get any of them. So I told my team, so okay, what do we want to do? Like either we get some stand-in that I don't feel like we can win with, or we just forfeit. And my team decided that they wanted to play. So T on the wing, he said, well, I can play 3, and we can just get some 4-player instead. And
So without a stand-in, how would you say you would win the game? If you didn't
Without
have
a
a stand-in? Yeah.
well, if Ryusaki could play, we'd be a lot better off. But he wasn't available today, or well, on the Sunday, I mean. So that was unfortunate. I feel like he's quite good as long as he gets something he wants. But I mean, that's about it. We got Tabby because I know Tabby plays a good 4, in my opinion at least. His only problem is, he can't really communicate. But I didn't feel like we had much hope if we got Tabby, but my team wanted to play. So, we got Tabby and we gave our best. I'm still disappointed with how I played, but we did what we could.
I mean, you were having the most kills, most GPM in your team for game 1, and yeah, Birch died solo to Lazy Panda game 2. That was pretty funny. I haven't
Yeah.
kept it, sadly, but
This game too, if you look at it, right, the Weaver died 3 times, the Rubik died 3 times, like in the first 6 minutes, like what the hell?
yeah, you played
Yeah,
offlane
but-
game 2, actually.
We aggro tri-lane,
Yeah.
that's why. But I played a hero I don't even play. I have not played Mirana for like a year, I think.
Oh
And-
shit, that's a
Yep,
It was
sad
like-
moment.
I watched the
It,
game.
it was pretty dumb that I went for it because I was like, this is definitely a good pick here, but it's not a hero that I play, and I feel like really disappointed with how I played that game.
But yeah, you're pretty happy about the boys. So you're gonna stay in Sunday next season or Saturday? It depends on when it is. You want to be
Yeah,
captain
well-
again?
I'm not sure if I'll captain, but I can't play Wednesday because I still have these work hours, so I'm definitely playing in the weekend division.
Yep. But maybe some pros are coming to the Sun season or Saturday season.
Yeah, it does seem like some people might make the move, so maybe we'll get a more competitive group stage. Hopefully it won't just be disbands and the entire group stage is falling apart after 4 weeks.
Yeah, and you can actually do something in the playoffs and not have. You had like I looked at the average MR. Your team was 3.8k while Denon was 5k average, or Birch
Yeah.
rather, or 4.8k, something about it. So you had a 1k MMR difference to their team on every
Yeah,
position.
everyone on their team had higher solo MMR than everyone on my team besides me.
Yep.
Actually, they play with Captain Rubik, so that's not true. But they had someone else. If Captain Rubik wasn't playing, they would be. So
Mm.
I mean, considering you were basically underdog every game you played, and the first round you actually won on Wednesday team, and then round 2, it wasn't even stomps. It was supposed to be stomps, right? Anyone would say it should be stomp, but it looks like the games are pretty even though.
Yeah, the first game was
Game
23
one,
minutes.
game
So
one was a huge storm. We did nothing game one. And then game two, like we did good in like lanes. We did like okay, but then after lanes, you can see that my team literally did nothing. They did whatever they wanted. So
yeah. T on the wing was split pushing the whole time. Wasn't engaging in team fights.
So, do you know any of the Wednesday teams? Like, how does the playoffs look right now? I mean, we already know that the Waterfalls in the finals, but who would you guess is gonna get to the finals facing the Waterfalls?
From you mean Birch against
There's,
Ulafzs.
Virgin Ulafzs.
yeah,
Like
I
your
think
predictions, basically.
I think it's a really close matchup, closer than most people think, because most people seem to just think it's Ulafs. But I think they're quite comparable. You know, like the support duos are pretty even, and offlaner for sure, Ulafs has a big advantage. But at the same time, carry-wise, I think Birch has the advantage. Mid lane is quite even, in my opinion, at least. So I mean, I think a lot comes down to drafts in these matchups. And I do think Olaf's team may have the advantage in the drafts, but it's going to be interesting games to see for sure. I think it could go either way.
Many of the people call this the real final. What do you say about that?
Yeah, I can agree with that. I think this will probably be the best matchup.
Yep, I think so too.
And,
But real
the
final.
overall winner, so basically whoever wins this matchup. Okay, let's move on. So the shoutouts, callouts, man. Anything?
Yeah, sure. I want to give a huge shout out to my team. You know, Lazy Panda, solo killing Birch. I hope everyone watches that clip. You know,
I
it's some
did
good
clip it
stuff.
sadly.
And shout out to T on the wing. I think he's really proven how good he is. Like I think it was like 2.6 solo on the sheet, and I feel like he's really proven that he's a lot better than that. Shout out to my South African Von Ham.
He's
You know,
from South
he-
Africa.
Yeah. So he played like every game with like 170, 180 ping or something. But
Oh.
I feel like you know, he did his work. You know, he just loves to play these fucking heroes. Like he was like. Just give. I love playing the ogre. Just give me ogres. Like, he wanted to play ogre. It's pretty funny. And thanks everyone on the team. Thanks Krabby as well, who was on my team. He was always on Discord, even though he played like one matchup only. He was always on Discord, like cheering us on and stuff. So thanks to him as well. And good luck to everyone on my team in future seasons.
We need a callout also.
Call out. Fuck Ryosaki, my offlaner.
Ooh. Ooh.
Never picking him again.
Never picking him again, actually. All right, I gotta go now. Thanks, guys.
Alright, thanks for the interview.
Thanks.
Right, that was Mikael from his team. Showing some insights of his team.
To be honest, I think whoever is gonna win the season, they're gonna be the winners, right? I mean, the most successful team. And Mikael's team, I feel like they are basically the second place. Because they got the first place in Saturday, they beat Wednesday team, they did everything.
Yep, they did good.
feel
They
like-
did good. Alright, I think I'm gonna take Sparta next. So he can leave the Discord again and go back to his stuff.
This is gonna be a sad interview, I feel like.
It's already the semi-final matchup. He lost against Waterfalls. Yeah, he lost against Waterfalls 2-0. So I don't
These
even-
games basically were really recent, like
Yep.
a couple of days ago.
They were on Sunday. Alright, Sparta, you here? Sparta? Sparta!
Hello,
Oh,
I'm here.
there you are. So,
Hello.
now it's your time. You
We're
beat...
going to talk about the Paju matchup as well.
No, the Payu may... Payu is not here, so he's not gonna join the interview.
That's
But,
saved for Paju, you know.
Okay.
but Baju is not coming, sadly. He hasn't
Yeah,
responded to my messages, so...
He's a busy man.
I think he's
Still,
playing.
still coaching his team.
I think he's playing open qualifiers. Maybe.
Some guys are. Yeah, but he hasn't even responded to my message, so I don't know. Just gonna go over your
Yeah.
semi-finals games and talk about your team, you know. Standard stuff. Yeah, you lost 2-0 in the semifinals. First game you accepted Hutton as a stand-in. That's not choice, since I think, in my personal opinion, Hutton is better player than SSD. So how come you accepted him?
I think it was fine overall. Like Hudson played well, I think, but I think if they had SSD or any other like mid slash high 4K player, like we would have still lost that game.
I think you know what you don't realize is that basically from all the games before, when the Waterfalls team was playing, when they went for Mirana and anti-match like this, right? The SSD was playing the Mirana mid, and now because of Hutton, they changed it, so they put their better player mid now. So it kind of improved their lanes just by letting Hutton play.
That's true, but on the other hand, like we 100% could have won that game, and we lost it due to a lot of our misplays. So I'm not really I'm not really like sad about the draft or accepting standing or anything like that, because like I can just blame myself or like our place that lost us the game, nothing else.
Yeah,
You know?
surely it wasn't the stand-in because I feel like you had like way better pick game one, and when you got the first racks on top lane, I thought that you're gonna realize they can't fight you. Like with all these terrible delusions like DK, they are really fat heroes. Even Jakira, right? Even Doom is fat. So I felt like you're just gonna counter their split push, right? Like push the lane south and just go as 5, and they would never stop you. But I guess something happened because I didn't see the ending of the game. I just saw when you got the barracks, and it's pretty sad though.
Game of Thrones from the Gold Graph, and it was
We
like this.
we with like a lot of our smoke ganks in the mid game went wrong and like didn't net us any kills because of like either unfortunate things happening or like just us like misusing our spells and stuff. Well, myself especially. So I played really bad game one, and yeah, we definitely threw. There was 3 big moments that I said that were like throws. It's like when I didn't have dust for anti-mage. Another time where I thought anti-mage still had Lincolns up, but my slot already broke it. I could have doomed him, and he'd have no buyback. Would probably get megas. And the third play is the TB cheese play mid. If you remember that one, I feel like if the
I
cheese
don't.
goes off there, but basically we like get Aegis and cheese, and we're like pushing mid, right? And I feel like if they commit pretty hard on TB, and I feel like if he would get his cheese off there, we would like completely turn the fight and we like kill heroes, and then we get like 1 or 2 more lanes. Yeah,
Yep, first game was really
pretty
long.
sad throwing, but oh well.
So how was the atmosphere after game one, where I'm sure you all thought that you should have won, but you lost? And going into the game two, what was your mindset?
I think overall our team was okay, except Hulk definitely tilted. In game two, like
Hawk had a pretty bad performance at the start of the game. At least he started with like 1 kill and 4 deaths. I don't think he got out of the hero everything he like imagined when picking it, and I guess that's the reason for his being like out, like tilted or whatever you call it.
yeah, I'm not sure, but I think during in game two, that was the most tilted I've ever heard him the entire season on like voice chat. Usually he like is like relatively calm and like doesn't tilt that much, but like after game one, he definitely tilted a bit.
I guess maybe his trash talk into the Discord like main chat. If you didn't see it, he was pretty confident about beating Waterfalls. He even, I think he even said he has to beat Bajo to beat Waterfalls after he's like already prepared to beat him. Maybe that came into the play because he wanted to do it really bad and he was seeing it slip away.
Or maybe it was just like the fact that we like threw the game one really hard, right? Like I thought so as well after we took that top racks, because I was like thought or you thought as well, like holy fuck, they can't fight us right now. Like we just all like run onto high ground and just hit the tower with like Jakira and CB illusion and DK's fat, and like they can't like go into us ever, right? Like AM is just gonna die. but like
Yeah.
unfortunate plays happened, and we did a pretty big throw, so maybe that tilted him.
Sometimes it's really hard to actually